lesson, not for discussion. We play with drums like shit is percussion. Stay with a hammer like this is construction. Drink too much Henny, might shoot up.
Yo, what's good YouTube, man? It's Clutch. We're back out with another video, man. Today's video, as I promised in my last video, we got the top 3 best current gen builds on NBA 2K23. Now, the reason why I'm making a separate video for current gen, even though it's pretty much the same as next gen, is because the main thing with current gen, as you guys probably know, is there's no badge tier. So honestly, you're better off making builds a little bit shorter because you don't have to worry about certain badges being in tier 3 and you won't be able to get them. That's why I made it different. That's why I made a separate video for current gen. It's not really much different. The main thing is you're better off making the build a little bit shorter. Like, instead of making a bunch of 6.9s, you're better off making 6.8s. Honestly, that's why I'm making a separate version for current gen, because I want to walk you guys through the entire process. So this build right here is going to be the ISO player, pretty much the same as the next gen version, but this build is 6.8 because, like I said, there's no tier badges, so you might as well make a 6.8 for the Hall of Fame quick first step. So we're gonna make this build a point guard. This other stuff doesn't matter, obviously. So like I said, we're making this build 6'8". As you guys see on the 6'8", you get an 89 ball handle. If you guys don't know, that gives you Hall of Fame quick first step. So we definitely do want that. You obviously want to go minimum weight because we're trying to be as fast as possible. This could be an ISO rim running build. Obviously, you want max acceleration, all that stuff. And wingspan, we're going 7'5". This is one below the max. The reason why I did 7'5" and not 7'6" is because you get the 85 3-pointer, which obviously gives you silver limitless range. If you don't care about that, you definitely could max your wingspan out. I mean, I feel like you might as well just go 7'5". It's only one off the max. It's not going to hurt you. So you might as well do that so you get silver limitless range, 85 3-pointer. And you get your 95 steal. That's another thing about 6'8s that you do not get on 6'9s. You get a 95 steal. And if you guys have never played current gen, a 95 steal is crazy on this game. You're going to get hella steals. And if you buy steal boost, it's crazy. It's pretty much like having a 99 steal, so I highly recommend this. That's why I think it's a lot better on current gen. You can make builds so much better on here because there's no badge tiers, like I said. Now moving on to the attributes, man, pretty much copy everything down right here. I gave you guys a 93 driving net. The reason for that is you're getting limitless takeoff on gold posterizer, and gold slithery. You're going to get every single contact dunk besides big man contact dunks, which you obviously want. We're going 77 layup. That gives you silver fearless finisher, as you guys can see. Now for shooting, you guys see, copy this down. We got an 85 3-pointer, like I said, silver limitless range, 18 shooting badges is definitely more than enough. And like I said, there's no badge tier, so pretty much you can get all your good badges off rip. You see, limitless range only costs 3 points. Agent 3s only cost 3 points. Now here on next gen, you have to, limitless range is always tier 3, so just think about this. On next gen, it costs 16 badge points to even get limitless range silver. On current gen, it's only 3. That's a huge difference. Like I said, current gen, you can make builds so much better. That's why I said on next gen you can't make 6'8" really that good. Limitless takeoff, slithery, and posterizer are all tier 3 badges, so you're not going to be able to get all 3 of them. Which on this game, if you have the badge points, you can get them. Like I said, you can get these badges off rip, so it's just a lot better, honestly. Now playmaking, we're going 71 pass accuracy. That's pretty much all you need, honestly, if you're playing 2s. Honestly, on current gen, I feel like you don't really need high pass accuracy. This is good enough. I went 71 just for the extra badge point. And then ball handle, we're to go 89. That gives you Hall of Fame quick first steps. Steal ball, obviously this doesn't really matter, but you want at least a 75 for the Michael Jordan dribble style, so you can speed boost pretty much. And moving on to defense, I gave you guys an 80 interior just so you can play better defense. Interior, let me tell you guys something. Interior defense means a whole lot in this game. I think interior defense means more than block on current gen. If you guys see, hands up defense actually works really good in this game. I'm being honest, on next gen, hands up defense definitely isn't the best. A block is definitely more important. So honestly, in this game, I think you're better off with just 88 block. I think that's definitely good enough because interior means so much. If you have good positioning, you have hands up, good interior, they're going to miss. 86 perimeter obviously gives you silver clamp and gold challenger. That's all you need. And a 95 steal. That gives you gold interceptor and gold glove. Like I said, steals are crazy on current gen. If you guys ever play this game, I'm telling you, steals are insane. 95 steal, you're going to get a lot of steals with that. And 88 block, silver anchor, and Hall of Fame chase down. That's all you need. And a 50 defensive rebound. Now moving on to physicals, you get a 78 speed. That's definitely good enough to keep up with pretty much everybody. Then you got an 81 acceleration. Obviously that's max. That determines how fast you can dribble and stuff, so you definitely want to max that out. Now vertical, here's a very key thing. Now I know vertical, on next gen, you need an 82 vertical to be able to get contact dunks. Now, something you guys probably don't know about this game is vertical. Vertical actually really doesn't matter for contact dunks. It only matters about your driving dunk radius. You can have a 93 driving dunk and 60 vertical, and you still get all the contact dunks. Not on next gen. On next gen, you have to have an 82 vertical. But the reason why you're probably asking why did I say the vertical is 60? Here's the big reason why. I made a couple builds on this game, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about from experience. If you want to get chase down blocks, you need to have at least, at the bare minimum, an 80 vertical. Do not go below this, because if you have a 60 vertical, 70 vertical, you're not going to get any chase downs. You're probably thinking, oh, what's wrong? Why isn't this build getting chase down? Chase downs are non-existent. I'm telling you, you need at least that 80 vertical. So that's why I gave you an 80 vertical, because you have Hall of Fame chase down. If you don't have high vertical, it pretty much makes Hall of Fame chase down useless. So that's what I'm saying. You definitely need that high vertical. And then a 95 stamina. Once you get Gym Rat, you get a +4 to that. That's a 99 stamina. Now moving on to takeovers, man. Obviously, this doesn't really matter. It's honestly personal preference. You get Slasher, Shot Creator, Sharp, and Lockdown. As you guys see, I went Slasher and Sharp. It's really personal preference, honestly. I would say I probably wouldn't pick Shot Creator for this build. I would either go Slasher, Sharp, or Lockdown. Lockdown will be good because you do have a 95 steal. With Lockdown Take, you're going to get an insane amount of steal. So it's really up to you, but I just went Slasher and Sharp. As you guys can see, here's the build. It's called a two-way three-point shot creator, similar to Lonzo Ball, Tyrese Halliburton, and LaMelo Ball. That's the first build of this video, man. Let's get straight into the second build. Now moving on to the second build of this video, man, it's going to be the Lockdown / Popper build. It's pretty much like my next gen build, but this build is better just because you can make builds so much better on current gen. Like, this build's going to have contact dunks, it's going to have gold limitless takeoff. Like, just since there's no badge tiers, you can just make builds so much better on this game. Honestly, I definitely do like current gen. I like the gameplay better. I feel like there's actually defense in this game. I like next gen. I'm being honest, I kind of do like current gen better, and I'm probably going to be playing this game from now on. But you want to make this build a small forward, and this other stuff doesn't matter. Now moving on to the height, we're going to go 6'8". The reason why I think you're better off going 6'8" instead of 6'9" is, again, 95 steal. That is crucial. I'm telling you guys, once you have a 95 steal build, you're not going to want to go back and go anything below that. 95 steal goes crazy. I can just imagine 99. Now, here's another thing. You could go 6'7". Like I said, I made this build, like, keep it in mind if you want to set screens maybe, or if you're planning on just sitting in the corner, you definitely could go 6'7" and get the 99 steal. Play like a popper and maybe set screens. I think 6'8" is the perfect height. But like I said, if you're not planning on setting screens or you're planning on just sitting in the corner, 6'7" is perfectly good. 197 pounds and 7'6" wingspan. Now, if you want silver limitless range, go ahead and go 7'5" wingspan. But I feel like you don't really need it. I mean, it really depends for you. If you want the 85 3-ball, go 7'5" wingspan. I'm just going to max it out and get an 84 3-pointer. Now, like I said, make sure you guys copy these attributes exactly like the way I got them. So I went 86 driving dunk. Obviously, you get all your contact dunks. You also get gold limitless takeoff, silver posterizer, and silver slithering finisher. Definitely good badges you definitely want to have. That's pretty much all you need at the bare minimum. 86 is definitely good enough. You still get all your good dunks, and you can dunk from pretty far away because you do have gold limitless takeoff. Now, moving on to shooting, you have an 83 3-pointer, which does give you your silver agent 3s. Definitely a good badge to have. And I gave you a 71 mid-range just because if you want to be able to shoot mid-ranges, I think you need at least a 70 at the bare minimum to be able to shoot, and plus 71 to give you an extra badge point, so might as well. Moving on to playmaking, you got a 70 pass accuracy. That's the bare minimum. Honestly, in current gen, like I said, that's pretty much all you need. You don't really need anything higher than that. 70 ball handle, it gives you LeBron James size up escape package, which is pretty much that hop back move. It's a good move to do in case you have the ball and you need to create some space for a shot. It's definitely a good drill move to have. Plus, you have bronze unblockable, bronze quick first step, which will definitely help you. Now, moving on to defense, like I said, this is a very good defensive build. It has an 89 interior. You get gold post and lockdown and silver brick wall. Just in case you do want to set screens, silver brick wall is definitely more than enough to set some pretty good screens. You got 86 perimeter, silver clamps, and gold challenger. Pretty self-explanatory. And you got that 95 steal, like I said. Gold interceptor and gold glove. That goes so hard. If you guys buy steel boost, that's a 99 steal. So I'm telling you, that definitely does go hard. 88 block. Honestly, like I said, interior defense, in my opinion, on current gen is more important than block. 88 block is all you need. You get your silver anchor and your Hall of Fame chase down. That's pretty much all you need. Now, we do have a 99 defensive rebound, so you get your Hall of Fame rebound chaser. Pogo stick too, but that's not really what we did it for. We did it for the rebound chaser. You're going to be snagging with this build. Put it as that. And plus, you got an 82 offensive, which is definitely good enough in case your teammates bricking. You'll be able to grab the offensive rebound. So you have Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And I did 82 because you get an extra badge point. Now, physicals, I did an 80 speed. Like I said, that's pretty much all you need to be able to keep up with pretty much anybody on this game. 80 acceleration, again, that's good enough. 70 strength, you'll be strong enough to not just get thrown out the way. 70 strength is definitely good enough. And we have an 84 vertical. The reason for that, it matters a lot on getting rebounds and chase down blocks. Like I said, if you want to get chase down blocks, make sure you guys put your vertical to at least an 80. Because if your vertical is not at least an 80, you're not going to get any chase downs at all. Trust me, I have a 75 vertical build, and I rarely get chase downs. And I have an 80 vertical build, and I notice it's a 9-day difference. It's not really a big difference in terms of vertical, but I'm telling you, you need at least an 80 vertical. But since this build can rebound and it's pretty much like a lockdown, I recommend an 84 vertical. If you can get it a little bit higher and you're fine sacrificing maybe your speed, I would say 86 is a good threshold, because once you get your gym rat badge, 86 plus 4, that's a 90 vertical, which is insane. And same thing with stamina. 94 is good enough. Once you get your gym rat, it's going to be a 98 stamina. Honestly, you can go down to 90 if you really want, just because this build's not really dribbling the ball. But I think this is good enough. Now moving on to the takeovers, man, you get lockdown, sharpshooter, and glass cleaner. I would say your best option is lockdown sharp. I wouldn't really recommend glass cleaner unless you're going to be setting screens at this build and playing like a popper, like a center. But personally, I would definitely recommend you just go lockdown sharpshooter. But that's pretty much this build, man. I'm pretty sure it's called 3&D wing. Yep, 3&D wing. You guys see it's similar to Gerald Wallace, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges. That's the second build of this video. Let's get straight onto the final build. Alright, y'all, moving on to the final build of this video, man. It's going to be a 7-foot post score build. Now, I was debating on giving you guys a small guard build like I did on next gen or the post score. Now, here's the thing. On current gen, post scoring is so much more OP because you can do a lot more stuff out of the LT that you can't do on current gen. You can do your post spins, you can speed boost out of the LT. Post fadeaways work pretty good. Post takeovers is a lot better. So I figured I would give you guys a post score build, because on current gen, like I said, you could definitely go crazy. Plus they have a 1v1 matchmaking, the Galleon, so you could definitely take advantage of that with this post score build. So we're gonna make it a power forward. You can go center if you want, but I just did power forward, and obviously this other stuff doesn't matter. Now moving on to this other stuff, man, I made it 7 foot. Now here's something I do want to tell you. You're probably thinking, oh, why don't I just go 7'3" so I can just paint match everybody? Now here's the thing. If you're playing the Galleon 1v1 court, pretty much everybody you go against is like a 6'7", a 6'8", or a 6'9" ISO player. So I don't think you want to be too tall, because you still do want to be able to keep up with those players. And I think at 7 foot, you have a 73 speed. I think that's good enough. You're definitely still going to have to play back. You can't just be guarding them the whole time on 3-point line, or else they'll just blow right past you. So I think 7 foot is a good enough height to still be able to keep up with all the guards. And plus, you're tall enough where you can still abuse them in the paint. 239, I did that so you get your gold brick wall, your 86 strength. Obviously, your post score, you do want to have high strength. And obviously, max your wingspan out. And body shape, I recommend you go build. Now here's the attributes, man. Make sure you guys copy it down just like this. As you guys see, it's a post score. You obviously need good finishing stats. I gave you guys an 85 close shot. That gives you gold fast twitch. If you guys don't know, gold fast twitch is a crazy good badge. Pretty much what the badge does is it helps you not get blocked. It helps you go up before they have a chance to react and like jump and contest shots. So you definitely need that. And plus, this also is tied to your post hooks. With takeover, that's a 95 post hook. Honestly, I mean, I would recommend you do post hooks whenever you have takeover. I mean, you could do it without takeover, but it has to be wide open, because if they contest it a little bit, it's probably going to be off. That's why you're better off doing it with takeover. Whenever you have takeover, you can make contested post hooks, which is pretty OP. 66 layup, 86 driving dunk. It gives you the pro contact dunks, plus you get goal limitless takeoff. So I think that's definitely a good baseline to hit for the dunk. And you got a 90 standing dunk, which gives you gold rise up. And plus, you get the pro big man contact dunks and the elite big man contact dunks. You definitely want that. 90 standing dunk paired with gold fast twitch is definitely nothing to play around with. Plus, you got a 95 post control. Now, you don't need that high of a post control for your post scoring badges. You get all your Hall of Fame post scoring badges at 87 post control. I'm pretty sure, as you guys can see. Yeah, 87 post control. Now, the reason I did this, and if you've never played current gen, I'm telling you, the steals are very, very OP, especially with the center that doesn't have good ball handle. If you don't have them pluckable, you're going to get ripped like crazy. The reason why I did this, pay attention to playmaking. As you guys see, if I take this down, our pluckable goes down. The reason why I did 95 is you get Hall of Fame pluckable, which is going to be crucial. Even though this build doesn't have good ball handling, just because you have Hall of Fame pluckable, I'm telling you, you're not going to get ripped very often. I've went against post scorers that have Hall of Fame and pluckable in the 1v1 court versus my 95 steal, and I'm being honest with you, I can barely rip them. I was getting no steals at all, so Hall of Fame pluckable definitely is very good. Most guards don't even have that badge, so you're a post scorer with Hall of Fame pluckable. That is very key. I gave you guys a 77 mid-range shot. As you guys see, you get your gold mini magician, which will help you post fade and stuff like that, and you can obviously hit mid-ranges and stuff like that. So if people are just sitting paint and they think you can't shoot, you can just pop a midi. Plus, you can shoot your post fadeaway, so that's definitely key. Now, pass accuracy, I did go 65. The reason why I didn't go higher, and I only did 7 playmaking badges because I just wanted to get Hall of Fame pluckable. As you guys see, it only requires 7 playmaking badges. Now, if you want to get maybe vice grip or maybe even quick, because you get quick first step on gold. If you want more playmaking badges, put the pass accuracy up. And I would say maybe, I don't know, maybe take, if you don't care about shooting, take the mid-range down. I just did that in case you want to post fade and stuff like that. It really just depends how you want to play, but I think this is definitely the best well-rounded version of this build. And ball handle, you want to max that out. Obviously, you're not going to be really dribbling with this build, but you want to have that as high as possible. It'll help you not get ripped. Paired with Hall of Fame pluckable, it's going to be pretty hard to rip you, especially when you're in the post. Now, moving on to defense, we have 80 interior defense for goal post move lockdown, just in case you go against any 7'3" post scorers. With goal post move lockdown plus your 7-footer, they're not going to be able to back you down at all. Plus, you have 86 strength, and you have gold brick wall, which, if you guys didn't know, gold brick wall actually, it's not just for setting screens. As you guys can see, it's also tough to back down the post, and it drains energy from opponents on physical contact. So if you're going against a post scorer, you have gold post move lockdown and gold brick wall. They're not going to be able to back you down at all. Plus, with that high interior, you play hands up, they're going to miss every single time. I also went ahead and maxed the perimeter defense. Obviously, if you're playing one score with this build, which is what I made this build for, you're going to be playing mostly ISO players, so you definitely want to have the highest perimeter defense as possible. Same with the steal. 70 steal is not the best, but you'll get the occasional steal every now and then if they don't have a blockable or something, or if you get a lucky bump steal. And like I said, 88 block is pretty much all you need on current gen. You get your Hall of Fame chase down and your silver anchor. Interior defense means more on this game for sure, so I wouldn't really worry about having like a 93 or 99 block. On next gen, you definitely do, but on this game, 88 block and silver anchor is definitely good enough. Now, like I said, I made this build more for one score, so I gave it an 85 offensive rebound just in case you're missing. You can easily grab your offensive rebounds. 85 offensive gives you silver rebound chaser. Now, if you're planning on using this build for like twos or something else, I would say probably put the offensive like to it. I would say probably flip-flop these. So pretty much put the defensive, you can put the defensive up, I think almost to like a 93, which will give you gold rebound chaser, and you can put your offensive maybe to like a 65, 70, something like that, which is still pretty good. But I made this build more to play 1v1 court, so I think it's better you have high offensive than defensive. And then your physicals, we got a max speed just so you can keep up with all those ISO guards on the one score, because if you have low speed, you're not going to be able to keep up with them at all. 65 acceleration, again, helps to keep up with all those ISO players. And you have an 86 strength, which gives you gold brick wall. Obviously, your post score, you do need high strength to be able to back people down. And if you're going against another post score, just so you don't get babied in the paint, 86 strength, you'll definitely be able to hold your own with that gold brick wall and the gold post move lockdown. And I also went at 80 vertical. If you guys have been listening what I've been saying in my previous builds, if you want to be able to get chase down blocks, you need at least an 80 vertical, which I did give you guys because, like I said, you're playing one score. This build's not very fast. You're pretty much going against Hall of Fame quick first step build. So even 73 speed, you still will get blown by if I'm being honest with you. But that's what I'm saying. You have Hall of Fame chase down. Now that you have an 80 vertical, you'll definitely be able to get your chase down blocks. Obviously, you don't need it this high. I mean, if you put it to like a 60, you're not going to get any chase down blocks. But if you get good positioning and you play hands up, you definitely can make the miss. But that's what I'm saying. You're a 7-footer. If you play too high up, like if they get you out on the 3-point line and you think they're going to shoot and they can just blow right past you, if you can't get chase downs, it's just a free rim run for them every time. But with this way, you could play up, and then if they get by you a little bit, you could jump, and then you'll get the chase down. Just because you have that 80 vertical, I'm telling you, you need at least an 80 vertical. If you want chase down blocks, I definitely highly recommend it. I'd recommend at least an 80 vertical. 80 and 95 stamina, like I said, with gym wrap +4, 99 stamina. Pretty self-explanatory. Moving on to the takeovers, man, you get post score, glass cleaner, and rim protector. Honestly, I would say with this build, I would say just do post score and rim. If you want glass to be able to horse, go ahead. I don't think you really need that, especially if you're playing one sport. You definitely want to just be able to do post score, which is very OP, obviously, and then rim protector just to help you play better defense. And like I said, paired with your Hall of Fame chase down artist and your high vertical rim protector takeover, you're definitely going to get a lot of blocks with that. But that's pretty much the build, man. I'm pretty sure it's called a two-way interior finisher. Yep, two-way interior finisher, similar to Tim Duncan, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Evan Mobley. It's kind of a catfish name because they see that build and they probably think you can't shoot. But like I said, you guys have the 77 mid-range, which is definitely enough to be able to shoot if you're open and shoot your both fadeaways. So somebody just sitting in the paint, you can just spark a mid-range real quick, and then they'll have to step out because they think you can shoot. But that's pretty much the end of the video, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys use any of these three builds, let me know which one you guys think is the best down in the comment section below. And please let me know what builds would you guys like to see. Would you guys like to see more current gen builds or next gen builds? Honestly, I personally like current gen more, so I prefer to do that. But if you guys want next gen builds, let me know. Just let me know what you guys are more down to see, and let me know what other builds you want me to drop, or what other videos you want me to drop. Period. I just ordered a new PC, so I'm going to be streaming out here. So if you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you guys do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Like I said, I'm going to be streaming on here whenever that new PC arrives for sure. And make sure you guys do stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping my Demigod 6'8" post score. I'm telling you, once you guys see this build, you guys are going to be amazed. It's a very, very good 1v1 core build. I'm going to put you guys onto the secret sauce. But that's pretty much the end of the video, man. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'm out.